This house has a strange rule. Before entering, guests must arrange their shoes in a specific way. The tea ceremony must be followed with great precision. As long as it's elegant enough, one can be accepted into the house. This is the only requirement from the owner of the house. One day, Anna and Tony arrived at the house. They unexpectedly discovered a little bird that had fallen from its nest. Anna wanted to help the bird, so she took a snack box from her bag and placed the bird inside. Before long, the front door of the house opened. To their surprise, standing behind the door was a little boy. He greeted them with polite speech, flawless and dignified. His humble attitude made him seem almost robotic. After inviting them inside, Anna reminded Tony to remove his coat and handed him the snack box. Then, Anna introduced herself according to the rules and also introduced Tony, explaining the reason for their visit. The child's name was Jim, and he was responsible for greeting guests at the door. So, Anna and Tony were taken to the wealthy village. Upon arriving at the reception hall, the child took their coats and then led them to the meeting room. As they removed their shoes at the entrance, Anna reminded Tony to place the tips of their shoes facing outward and arrange them neatly. Next, they were led to a small room. Jim mentioned that he would go immediately to ask the house owner to meet them and that they could wait there for a while. Once seated, Tony noticed that the room's decor was very simple and the space was small. Jim had prepared tea for them, neatly arranging the tea set on the table before leaving the room. No matter what Jim did, he adhered strictly to etiquette. Tony felt like this was a test for them, because even drinking tea involved etiquette. Jim might be observing them from the shadows. Tony noticed Anna's expression and thought it would be good to first learn the proper tea drinking etiquette. But Anna assured him not to worry, as she was the one buying the house. The key to drinking tea properly was to do it quietly, without making any noise or movement. After Anna calmed herself for a moment, she picked up the tray to drink the tea. But before she could take her first sip, Jim's voice came from outside the door, telling them that the house's owner would not meet them and that they should leave. The reason? Up until that point, Anna had violated 3 etiquette rules. Anna didn't expect to be the one at fault. First, as guests, they should have been waiting in a lower position before meeting the owner. Second, they couldn't step over the edge of the tatami mat. Finally, when the tea table is lower than the knees, the tray should be lifted when drinking tea. Though Anna had done well in many aspects, placing her finger in the cup's handle was considered vulgar. The correct way to hold the cup was to pinch the handle. Etiquette only distinguishes between right and wrong, with no middle ground. Therefore, Jim asked them to leave. Though he still used polite language, his tone clearly carried a command. Since Jim asked them to leave today, it implied that there would be another opportunity in the future. Anna pleaded with Jim for another chance. Jim asked if Anna was sure about wanting to take the etiquette test again. Just as he finished speaking, an eerie feeling crept into the air outside the door. Jim said he needed to check with the owner first. By then, Tony no longer wanted to stay, but Anna was defiant. She even felt that she should follow proper etiquette here, and said that the wealthy village was the finest place. She truly liked this house. At that moment, Tony suddenly felt something was wrong. He noticed his pants pocket felt warm. When he checked, he found the box with the bird was bleeding. At the same time, Anna's phone rang, and she received some tragic news. Her mother had just passed away, and she had to return immediately. Meanwhile, the box in Tony's hand continued to leak blood. Inside the box, not only was there the bird's body, but also a centipede. At this moment, Jim returned to the room and said that they were allowed to attempt the etiquette test again.